Marine tourism has become a key component of global tourism and is growing rapidly in popularity compared to other tourism sectors, particularly in the tropics. This is because many divers are attracted to the coral reefs found in these areas because of their beauty and diversity, and as a result, over the last 2 decades, dive resorts have popped up in many tropical countries. Recreational diving has become an essential part of marine tourism as it provides many local benefits, such as providing local economic benefit, encouraging conservation, reducing overexploitation, and allowing for cultural exchange. Dive tourism seems to be a beneficial avenue for tourism, doesn't it? Unfortunately, this is not the case. An increasing number of studies have demonstrated the negative impacts that diving can have on reef ecosystems. These impacts can be split up into 2 categories, the first being physical impacts, which includes divers inadvertently stirring up sediment when getting too close to the seabed, exposing the coral to increased sediment load, which could smother the corals and may eventually lead to coral death. Additionally, divers may accidentally injure coral or sessile benthic organisms by breaking skeletons or abrading tissues. These breakages could hinder growth and sexual reproduction of corals. And finally, although not clearly understood, there is some research that suggests that sun cream and insect repellent may be toxic to coral and other reef-associated organisms. The second impact is diver behaviour, which can vary hugely between divers and can be split up into diver expertise. Research has shown that level of specialisation leads to a more positive effect on the reef, because in addition to expert divers having better buoyancy control, they're also more likely to have better awareness of the negative impacts of their activities, so favour low-impact diving. The next more influential impact is responsible dive behaviour, because those who dive responsibly while remaining aware of their position and avoiding contact with fish and other organisms will have less of an impact on the reef that they're diving upon. Finally, the cumulative effect of both of these impacts in combination with reef dive capacity being exceeded will lead to tremendous damage such as loss of coral cover and eventual degradation of the reef, and what with coral's slow growth rate, it's unlikely the coral will be able to recover from these damages. So how can we mitigate these effects, I hear you ask? Well, one of the main focus points is education. Making sure that all divers before a dive are briefed of responsible dive behaviour and made aware of the value of the reef will help raise individual diver awareness. Additionally, dive resorts could promote low-impact diving to encourage green dive tourism, which could help lead to a happier and healthier reef. The next is the implementation of an internationally recognised organisation called the Green Fins Initiative, which provides a set of management strategies and codes of conduct for dive resorts to follow to practice sustainable diving and mitigate reef damage. Finally, limit the number of dives per year per site, as even if diving practices are applied, just the sheer number of divers will be enough to impact the reefs over time. With current threats that coral reefs are facing due to climate change, it's up to us to preserve these reefs for future generations. We can contribute to their preservation by adopting sustainable dive practices while diving on these beautiful ecosystems.